The folks at home want to know what your thoughts are on your triple threat match tonight.
Triple threat match? What are you talking about?
Against Freddie and Sean Carr.
Freddie and Sean Carr? Haven't I beat those the last couple months? Don't you remember? Don't you remember that Brandon Scott won those matches fair and square? And now I have to fight someone tonight?
I don't know if I would call it fair and square.
What exactly are you talking about?
They were mired in controversy.
So who decided this match tonight?
I'm assuming the new commissioner, Tommy Swade.
Tommy Swade, that retired bumbling idiot, decided a triple threat match? Well, tonight, you're gonna find out why X marks the spot and why it wasn't a fluke when I beat Sean Carr and Freddie. It's gonna happen again, and my hand's gonna be held in victory, and you're gonna be looking at one of the future PPW heavyweight champions. Now get out of my face.
Following contest is a triple threat match set for one fall. Introducing first from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, weighing 188 pounds, Mr. Excellence, Brandon Scott. Introducing participant number 2, hailing from Watertown, New York, weighing 185 pounds, Freddie! Introducing participant number 3, from Binghamton, New York, weighing 217 pounds, hybrid, Sean Carr!
These folks paid for their entire seat, but I think they're only going to need the edge of it for this one.
Triple threat matchup, Sean Carr, Freddie, and Brandon Scott. It doesn't get any better than that, EJ. You talk about 3 men on the independent wrestling circuit that are making names for themselves up and down the East Coast. You look no farther than the hybrid Sean Carr, Freddie, and Brandon Scott.
Absolutely. This is going to be fast-paced. If you blink, you might miss something.
Now, don't forget, EJ, Brandon Scott, has victories over Sean Carr and Jay Freddie in consecutive months.
I ran into Brandon Scott backstage, and he didn't even know he had a triple threat match. And let me tell you, he wasn't too happy facing two people, as you said, that he already beat. But of course, those matches, they all ended in controversial terms.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though, Brandon Scott, one of the best in the business, originally from Harrisonburg, Virginia, now making his home in Robbinsdale, Minnesota. Why would anyone live in Minnesota? It's about 0 degrees out or below 0 in the winter. Watched that football game last week. It was -3.
I'll tell you what, if someone from Pennsylvania says it's too cold for somewhere, then you know it has to be pretty cold.
Absolutely. Kind of sizing each other up here. A lot of talking, not much action. Water pistols getting yelled at there. Kind of still sporting kind of the Christmas beard, a la Kris Kringle.
It's a winter beard. You have to keep your face protected against the elements.
I think you're having a contest on who's taller.
This is all part of Brandon Scott's strategy, Paulbo. This isn't just empty effort on his part. He's not only a master in the ring, but he's also a master manipulator.
He's out again.
This is exactly what I'm talking about, Paulbo. He plays these games, he gets his opponents out of their element, and he sits, and especially in a triple threat match, someone like Brandon Scott's going to sit and wait till his opening arises.
Absolutely, EJ.
There's no opening from what he faces here, though, I'll tell you that much. He is caught like a mouse in the trap. Goes for the right hand, blocked by Freddie. Freddie and Sean Carr pounding away on Brandon Scott.
This looks like a game of Donkey Kong. Oh, man! You can hear that in Japan-Jetto. Look at the welts forming on the chest of Brandon Scott.
Freddie's not done. Jay Freddie has Brandon Scott in a headlock. What does he have in mind here?
Oh, man! Oh, my God, I can see people in the crowd as they're cringing as he's delivering those chops to the chest of Brandon Scott.
Brandon Scott staggering, struggling to get to the vertical base. Double team from Sean Carr. Jay Freddie, beautiful drop kick. Sean Carr, full steam ahead, high running knee.
They're going to have a little fun here, EJ.
Devastating kick from Sean Carr. Standing moonsault. Going to work on Mr. Excellence, Brandon Scott.
One thing you can never question, EJ, is the athletic ability of the hybrid Sean Carr.
They may have an alliance going now, Paulbo, but we sound like a broken record saying it. They only last so long in a situation like this. Stiff forearm to Sean Carr. Brandon Scott scouts Jay Freddie, rams Jay Freddie right into Sean Carr, sends Sean Carr careening to the outside. Beautiful backdrop.
Tell you what, a small guy in stature, Brandon Scott. I know they listed him at 188. He was 195 last month on a crash diet, I guess. But I'll tell you what, he has a lot of power for a small guy.
Definitely put on some lean muscle there in the month since we saw him, and now he is on fire, Paulbo. Like I said, he saw his opening, and he was quick to take advantage of it.
Yeah, like I said, Brandon Scott, he's wrestled up and down the East Coast. I want to give a shout out to him. I know we don't like him too well here, EJ, but he did recently have a tryout with TNA Wrestling about 2 weeks ago down in Allentown.
Big things for a lot of our competitors here at PPW.
Wish them all the best. Independent wrestling is a platform, EJ, to get to the next level.
I thought that was our monitor there, Paul.
No, we don't need our monitor broke.
And in that platform of indie wrestling, this is the finest you're going to see anywhere on the East Coast, Paulbo. Jay Freddie misses wildly with the running forearm. Brandon Scott saw it a mile away. Going back to work with those knife-edge chops. Statmare takeover. Brandon Scott with the stiff kick right to the chest. Swinging neck breaker like clockwork. No wasted movement on the part of Brandon Scott. Sean Carr back in the action here. Brandon Scott right on top of him.
Tell you what, Brandon Scott is taking on two at once. Sean Carr cannot get his offense going, EJ. I don't know what he's doing. He spent most of the match outside on the concrete floor here. Hardwood floor, excuse me.
Listen to this crowd seething.
Crowd is hearing it. Brandon Scott is hearing it from the crowd.
Brandon Scott goes for the suplex. Jay Freddie fights out, trying to reverse it down to one knee here. Brandon Scott, bad position. Oh my God, the neck breaker elevated from the top rope. Brandon Scott almost just had that one there.
Jay Freddie looking to clear off the cobwebs here, EJ. Sean Carr still outside the ring. I can see his hand now up on the apron. He's trying to come through here. Brandon Scott's going to slow it down a little bit, it looks, EJ. This match is going at a very, very high pace.
Brandon Scott has been dictating the pace of this match almost from the beginning once he got his bearings. Jay Freddie right back in this one, though. Forearm smash to Brandon Scott. Put everything he has behind it. And now they're just exchanging haymakers in the middle of the ring. Scott ends that with a knee to the midsection.
That'll stop anyone in a hurry.
Goes for the scoop slam. Jay Freddie gets behind him, though. Brandon Scott reverses. Rolls up Freddie. Oh!
Sean Carr caught him, EJ. He caught him clean in the temple with that one.
Beautifully timed by Sean Carr. Expert precision, but couldn't save himself from that forearm smash. And look at that! Out of nowhere with the super kick from the hybrid Sean Carr.
Three men laid out in the ring, EJ. They're giving it all they have tonight here at PPW High Voltage. Who's going to be the first one to get to that all-important, as you say it, vertical base?
Absolutely, they're laid out. All across the mat. Looks like it's Saturday morning at Camarelli's house.
Absolutely, bodies everywhere. Jay Freddie trying to hook up, so to say. Carr with a right.
Jay Freddie answers.
These guys, EJ, are just throwing haymakers in the middle of the ring.
Absolutely, this one's just devolved into a fist fight, Pulvo. Now they're even using their heads.
Brandon Scott's on his feet. Watch Brandon Scott, EJ. Watch Brandon Scott.
Vicious move from Jay Freddie.
Oh, they both caught him. They both caught him.
Double super kick.
And Carr and Freddie are back to still exchanging haymakers, running by Sean Carr.
Look at that. They're just pounding each other with the soles of their boots. Oh my God. Enziguri sends Jay Freddie down into the corner.
Jay Freddie, I can see him blinking. He's trying to clear the cobwebs, trying to get to that vertical base. Caught him with a running elbow.
Tell you what, Sean Carr, he goes full steam ahead in every single move. Rolling senton from the hybrid. He's on fire now. Middle rope moonsault. Goes to the cover. Two. Brandon Scott breaks up the count.
That was it, EJ. Jay Freddie was out on his feet. You don't want to get a high flyer like Sean Carr to be up on that top rope. He's made his living up there.
Sean Carr up and over Brandon Scott. Brandon Scott with the cutter for the middle rope.
This is it, EJ.
That has to be it. Jay Freddie breaks up the count. We have seen Brandon Scott put away countless opponents with that move.
Excellent matchup here. Three evenly matched opponents here.
Look at that. Jay Freddie sidesteps. Beautiful kick right on the noggin, right on target. What does Jay Freddie have in mind here? Leaps right over Brandon Scott, delivers a missile drop kick to the hybrid Sean Carr. Oh my God!
I never saw something like that, EJ. in my life.
Neckbreaker DDT for the cover. Oh!
He's trying Brandon Scott now.
Here we go, PPW Nation getting behind Jay Freddie here. Dragging Brandon Scott, looks like he's going for a sharpshooter here. Catches the super kick from Sean Carr, single leg takedown.
Scott, Brandon again. How many kicks can Brandon Scott take in the head?
Jay Freddie going for the sharpshooter. That one didn't miss. That was laser guided.
That caught him square in the face. This was a tombstone, EJ?
Sean Carr with the jumping tombstone.
And Brandon Scott with a kick. Oh, man. Look at this.
Look at that.
He's going to steal one. It's
He
over.
just stole the kill.
Here is your winner, Mr. Excellent, Brandon Scott.
I'll tell you what, Palbo. I have to give it to Brandon Scott. What a strategy. That was clean. It was clean. It wasn't sportsmanlike, but that was a clean win.
Once again, Brandon Scott has stole the match here in PPW. This guy is 3-0 in the last 3 months. And I'll tell you what, he's beaten Jay Freddie, Sean Carr, and now Jay Freddie and Sean Carr.
No doubt about it. He has to be in the running for a belt here at PPW after that.
EJ, that was a highlight reel right there in itself. You've got to give it to all 3 competitors here. What a phenomenal matchup here on PPW High Voltage.